What's going on YouTube? This is your Asian Sensation here, and Under the Radar is back, and this week we are featuring a great little indie title made by Reptile Games called Megabyte Punch. What happens when you take the side-scrolling action-adventure of Mega Man, the robotic part-building action of Megabots, and throw in a little spice of Super Smash Bros.? The result is one wild night pocketing out one sweet, sweet love child known as Megabyte Punch. This side-scrolling action brawler is currently in development by Reptile Games. It features amazing fluid controls with an amazing art style only enhanced by the great level design and soundtrack. Megabyte Punch, classified as a side-scrolling electro-adventure fighter, is a game where you build your own style of robotic character. Each enemy is made up of different parts, which is where that Metabots feel comes into play. Each one of these parts can be applied to your own fighter or Megak, to provide a great variety of customization. You can remove these parts freely and attach different parts at any time. This customization is only further enhanced by the introduction of abilities tied to each of the parts you acquire. For example, a simple headpiece dropped by an enemy could provide you with more health or more melee damage, while a giant arm cannon dropped by an enemy will give you the actual skill of shooting a giant blaster. You map the skills to one of 5 different directions used in conjunction with the ability button. This provides such a great depth to the gameplay and the fighting mechanics and makes the gameplay so fun and addicting. The enemies are challenging and varied. The impact of combat sells its mechanic very well. The skill is fluid and controls so smoothly. The feeling of combo punching another robot into space is something that lights up a little child inside of me with a great big smile. Now on its own, Megabyte Punch would hold up rather well as a side-scrolling action game, but throw in the little features I mentioned previously and a fantastic level design and art style gives you a great jump in levels of creativity. Each level has many different ways of getting around. Secrets are hidden all over in forms of bits, the currency of the game, or secret parts, or even different colors for your character. Now the fantastic layout of the levels are given a bit more polish with the addition of destructible environments. This has to be one of the best features in the game, because finding out you can full-on mule kick an enemy through a wall to make yourself an entrance to an area you otherwise thought might not have been available is just so satisfying. The game's setting is simple, but that isn't always a bad thing considering how charming the game is. The general idea is that it takes place in a computer world filled with creatures called Megak. Now as a young, hopeful Megak, you fight, smash, and blast your way through to the top of the grand tournament to show you are the strongest of the world. Now granted, that sounds like every anime story of a small boy from town aspires to be a great champion, but like I said, it's charming and it grows on you quickly. In Adventure Mode, being one of the 2 game modes in the current build, you travel through many different levels and environments being recently awakened by an omniscient being known as the Heart Core, to defend a village and fight off evil that threatens it. Again, simple, but charming and delivered quite well. I can't finish this video without mentioning the sound design. From the impact of the sounds of the punches and the blaster shots to the fantastic soundtrack, it's quite obvious the developers wanted a style for this game and definitely went to 11 with the style and its sound. The soundtrack is so fantastic and memorable for each level, let alone the grand song that plays right at the menu. That makes me just want to buy a soundtrack version of this game just so I can listen to it at my leisure. Overall, Megabyte Punch is a game that combines simple formulas from other games and knocks it out of the park. From the small battles you have in versus or tournament modes, to the hours you'll explore in adventure mode, Megabyte Punch is great fun. I have high hopes for this game, and if it's not been greenlit yet, please go greenlight this game on Steam, and support Reptile for making a game that hasn't had me so addicted in a long time. I hope to see in the future maybe online modes or online capability, as of right now it's only split screen. Though still fun to have your buddies battle it out with you on the couch next to you. It still would be nice to see further improvement and maybe a Megabyte Punch 2. Anyway, this has been your Asian Sensation with another Under the Radar. If you liked the video, please feel free to comment down below and leave a rating. And as always, if you want to see more Under the Radars, I'll have links to it down below or annotations on the screen of my previous. And if you want to see more content by me, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later.